Oh, hi! Can you tell us the part of the year where my eyes are really irritated? Ugh. This week, we're doing a collab with my buddy Alex over at SafetyPinner on YouTube. She came up with the best idea for a collaboration, long distance. I love her content so much. She so has the same sense of humor as me, and I love her whole aesthetic. And she had this amazing collaboration idea, considering we live completely separate parts of the country, where she's going to do one of my projects and put her own spin on it. Link will be in the description and at the end of the video. I won't skip your ad, Alex. I'll let that shit roll. And I'm doing one of her projects where she made these really cool potion bottles with hot glue and little labels. But of course I'm going to make it Harry Potter themed. Without further ado, here's what you need. The main thing you're gonna need are teeny tiny little booze bottles. I'm sure there's some other type of tiny bottle you can get, but as Alex says about herself in her video, I am also a lush. But I thought this was a good excuse to make weird cocktails that I learned about at bartending school. This is a toasted almond, or at least my version of it, because I didn't have Kahlua, so there's just extra vodka in here. In addition to various tiny boozes, you're also gonna need some type of label. I'm using some old business cards, and I'm gonna decorate them with some markers, a bunch of different kind of paint. In Alex's video, she uses Rub and Buff, but that's not a thing I could have been bothered to pick up at the store at any point, because I have roughly 29 different shades of gold from my Rocky Horror costume. Also a paintbrush. Oh, and the most important thing, a glue gun and a fuckload of glue sticks. So I've made all my labels and cut them out to fit the shape of the bottles. Not really a potion, but still a liquid that would need containment. So I'm going to take my hot glue gun, which I already started heating up like a smart person, put that on the back of the label. And I'm okay with the glue poking out the edge a little bit because I'm going to do like Alex did and put a little border around the paper. The label is small enough, you can probably get all the glue on there at once. It's a pretty big label, so I'm going to do it in chunks. The upside of hot glue is it dries pretty goddamn quick. As my friend Jen from Technicolor Moments likes to say, hot glue is hot. And then just go fucking John Ham with the hot glue. This is a Godiva bottle, so it has these really cool grooves. I'm gonna follow with the hot glue. I find it fitting that this is turning into like a spider leg situation, because the Felix Felicis is what Harry uses to get the acromantula venom for Dr. Slughorn. Dr. Slughorn. Cool. Which leads him to give him the memory he needs. Sorry, spoiler alert. So as well as putting designs around the actual bottle, the little ring from the cap keeps coming down, so I'm gonna glue that shut. I tried to make little arrows. Hey, I'm on a roller coaster that only goes up, my friends, when you take Felix Felicis. But I'm pretty sure I just made pointy little dicks, so I'm sorry. Anyways, once you're done your designs with the glue, you peel off all the wispies, which will probably take just as long. So many wispies. Now it's paint time. I'm gonna put a base coat of this yellow on. I'm just gonna brush that all over. Just making sure I'm getting like underneath the glue bits. So I put a second coat on my Felix Felicis, and I'm actually going to use a different technique for this amortentia. I made little heart-shaped glue designs. This is the love potion to put the paint inside the bottle. I'm going to put the lid back on. This part's very important. Shake that shit around everywhere. Pretty cool, right? And the Chambord bottle actually has a pretty cool design on top that matches the color scheme, so I'm going to leave that. So I ended up doing one more coat with a gold paint over the Felix Felicis bottle, and I'm actually pretty okay with how it came out. I ended up just taking my finger and rubbing the paint over these spots. I'm sure brushing would have worked fine too. I just didn't want any of the brush line, but I really like how this one came out, even though it looked like a second grader made it. And then this third one, it was a mostly whitish bottle. So I took this like opalescent white paint, which I knew was going to be translucent enough that if I put it over the letters for the unicorn blood, you'd still be able to see it. Unfortunately, I did it on the side where you can clearly see it's 50 milliliters. Yeah, I think that looks kind of neat. I did decorate the rat tonic one, but I hate how I did the glue. I don't feel like fucking with that anymore. Well, that's been my take on Alex's project. Please go look at hers. Hers came out so much cooler, and the rub and buff gives this super awesome effect. Plus that lady knows how to work a hot glue gun. If you'd like to check out Alex's video, I will put her video over here. If you would like to see more of this nonsense, you can subscribe up here. I post new crafting videos every Saturday. And if you would like to support this nonsense, hit up Patreon over here. I'll throw a link up here to one of my favorite collabs I've ever done. What a surprise, it's also Harry Potter themed. Caps should never be pointy. Oh, this is going poorly already.